I really want to hear from you because I've been reading the book, but I want to hear from Lilly Singh. What does it mean, be a triangle?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, first of all, I had to fight for this title because my publisher was like, be a what now? And I was like, no, I promise this makes sense. But I don't know if anyone can relate. During the pandemic, it wasn't just that I had nothing to do. It was that without work and being busy and having my calendar full, I truly started to feel like I didn't have a purpose. And that was a really sad feeling to have. And I realized it's because I have never done the work to attach value to anything beyond work. I have never had value in just myself and my friendships and my moments and my peace. And so I went on a mission to build a solid foundation in my mind, you know? Yeah. And I know foundation is kind of a fluff word, but what I mean by that is a safe space in my mind that I can return to that was not tied to any external accolade. And so when I Googled strong foundation, a triangle showed up because it's structurally the strongest shape in the world with a strong foundation. So I thought, I'm going to build my life like a triangle.
Okay.
And, you know, in the book, I write about how this is something we're taught from a really young age. You know, in school, how are you rewarded? Grades. Then you get into paychecks and promotions. And so everything we're taught as a kid is always this very material, tangible way of growing. But then I start to question as an adult, like, what if I have a day where I actually was a lot more patient than I usually am? Is that not a successful, productive day? Because we were never taught that that is something that should measure growth.
It should be.
It should be. You know, it should be.
You're right. And when you're a kid, you're always asked, what are you going to be?
Yes.
What are you going to do?
Yes.
What's going to be your job, your life, your occupation? And it perfectly dovetails into, I have a clip of your work from 2014. And so instead of what are you going to do, who are you going to be, I want to look back on it and then talk about it. Take a look.
Okay, yay.
Okay, are you not the cutest, sassiest, sexiest? Yeah, by the way, I want to be at this party. Because it's fun.
Oh my God. Oh yeah,
humorous.
Here we go.
Oh, and it's hot.
Priorities as a youngin', baby.
Oh yeah, baby.
Wow.
So you look back at that, you know, what do you think when you see that?
So this was pretty early in my YouTube career, you know, and the toughest, and let me just preface this by saying I love social media. I think it's a great tool. It is how I have my job, disclaimer, disclaimer, but it is also a double-edged sword. You know, a lot of my career really kind of messed me up mentally because the only measure of success was numbers. It was views, it was subscribers. So while shooting this video, I probably was thinking that, how can I make this trend? And how can I make sure that this thumbnail is really enticing so it gets a lot of views? And all of that's great, and it is important to run a business. But I would be lying if I said that at the end of the shoot, did I think, did you have fun, Lily? I only just now started to prioritize fun in my life. In fact, when I was backstage about to walk out, I said to myself, your only goal, it is not to sit perfectly on the stool, it is not to speak perfect words, it is just to have fun. It is to be able to go there, be yourself, have an authentic connection with someone, and go home and say, that was an amazing memory. You know?
I mean, you just have so much to say. And you take breaks, right? You advocate breaks, which I really love. I was with, I'm not name dropping, but I can't help but be excited. Olivia Rodrigo.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
I know.
You're so famous. You're so famous.
She's so famous.
Yeah, you were.
She is. And I got so much wisdom from this young woman. And we're just having this amazing conversation. And we were talking about, like, how could we, if there's meatless Mondays, why are there not cell phone free blah-bitty-blahs?
Yes.
You know, Sundays, like I think there should be a mission of, like, put it down, walk away, and just force yourself away. If it's an hour, a day, a week, a month, you know,
absolutely.
What do you think? Because I know you practice this.
Absolutely. And speaking as someone who, I have an entire part of my career, and I even have my first book is all about hustle, 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 pull the all-nighters, do all the work. And this book is a lot different. And I think the issue is that as humans, we've encouraged to be very all or nothing. I think the internet is very, you pick one side, you can't be in the middle, but progress is in the middle. you know? And so we don't have to decide between this mindful life where now you just meditate for 10 hours a day and you don't ever work hard versus you work all the time and never take breaks. Progress is in the middle. For example, right now, this week, I am on a book tour and I'm gonna do a lot of press and there probably will be very few breaks. That doesn't mean that next week I cannot then be like, and now I can turn off a little bit. I think we need to know that progress is in the middle. We can have both things.
Oh God, I love you so much.